Hello and welcome to Talking Sharks. Well, it's been a Welsh week here at Edgeley Park, but the word of the week has been management. He won't be wearing the suit just yet, but Kingsley Jones has now taken over the hot seat, and another Welshman showed his national coach just what he's missing out on with a fine performance out there against Claremont. Lots to come in the show, but first let's start with some culinary delights. This shark made his full debut back in 2006 and has already been capped by the England under-19s, 20s and the England Sevens. Michael Hill's season has been an injury-hit one so far, but with a few games under his belt for the Jets, I forced my way into his house to check up on him and see if he could live up to his title as Master Chef.
Oh, Will! Come on in.
How are you? I lost my shoes, but I'll come in.
Come in.
Now listen, I've heard you're a bit of a demon cook.
On a few things, but not on everything.
Now listen, we've got a bag here full of goodies. I'm going to call this the wild bag.
The wild bag.
It's pretty wild. Should we see what we've got in here?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. We're going to start with some chickens.
Oh yeah, every rugby player's dream.
Yeah, nice big breasts. Big breasts
good.
of chicken.
Oh,
tortillas.
Yeah, I can make some fajitas. Sour cream, yeah.
A bit sour. Some onions.
Good, red onions. I can get you chopping those onions.
Peppers, red, green, yellow. No blue ones. And you're cooking for the two cameramen.
Yeah, that'll do. We'll cook for those two.
Let's get going.
First of all, you can call me chef. You know, like yes chef, a bit like Gordon Ramsay. That's what I like. So obviously we'll start off with chopping. All right, I'll get my apron on. I'll do the peppers. Do you want a knife, Will?
That might help.
So, obviously, chop them not into fine pieces, more like in strips.
Strips?
Yeah.
Where did this rumour come that you were a big cooking man, big into your
I think you've probably got that from some of the other lads. I have done chicken fajitas for a couple of the lads before, like Sean Cox and David Tate.
That's not how you got it, is it?
How are you getting on with the onions?
You said you wanted strips, you kind of got like cubes.
Yeah, let me show you.
It's postmodern.
No, yeah. What are you doing? So what I mean by strips is, see, like that's it. Ooh. That's a strip.
I see. I'm crying. Do you have any glasses?
Right. I'll tell you what is a good trick for onions.
Here we go.
Teaspoon in the mouth while you cut onions.
Really?
Yeah, it's an old wives' tale.
So it doesn't work?
Well, I think it works. While you're cutting them, you just hold it in like that. Oh, you can't. You're alright.
Oh.
Do you find it's helping, Will? Right, so the onions are nearly done. Big pan out. For the oil, we've got the, the 1 calorie spray.
Eh? Straight out of Mexico.
Anyway, we can start chopping the chicken now. How's all the peppers and onions getting on, Will?
Yeah, they seem to be fine.
Yes, chef.
Enjoying it in there. Sorry, yes, chef, they seem to be just fine.
I won't start swearing like Gordon Ramsay, but...
You look a bit like Gordon Ramsay, actually.
Yeah. That's it, come on, don't be afraid of it.
Yeah.
Hey! Come on.
Yeah.
Nice, that's nice.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
Yeah. You don't need to sell it to me. I know what chicken foods are. We'll just season in the chicken now.
Yeah. Don't be afraid.
So obviously the next bit is we'll take the peppers and onions out, we'll put them into the bowl, leave them to rest, cook the chicken. When the chicken's browned and ready, we add the peppers back in for a quick boost. So we're just going to put the peppers and onions in a bowl just to rest while we cook the chicken now. I love the chicken. You want it to sizzle? Because if you do, I'll have to leave it a bit longer.
No, it's fine.
Alright, so we're just obviously just going to fry the chicken off now.
Are you happy with that chicken?
That chicken's looking good now. What do you think?
It looks looking Mexican.
Getting the tortillas ready. So we're just going to put that in. So now we're just going to add the peppers and onions back in.
All right.
Just for that power boost I was talking about. Sour cream.
Look at that. Look at that.
Obviously, I'd offer you a red wine, but I know you're working at the moment, so...
Yeah. This is a special recipe.
It's not really a special recipe, it's just the way I do it. Chicken fajitas, done.
Michael Hills, flanker, 6'1", 96 kilograms. It's going to be a few more after this. What a fantastic job you've done. Round of applause.
Thank you very much.
No, I'll clap.
All right, okay. Well, I've done a good job. I'll give myself one.
Get stuck in. You started off at Doncaster. That's like a 6-7-year-old.
Yeah, I went to actually went to a rugby party. That's how I first started get rugby.
A rugby party. What
a friend of my brother's actually. He organised a rugby party, and it was at the time Doncaster were looking to improve membership, and they were hosting rugby parties. So went down. There's about 30-40 kids at this party, and at the end of it, we obviously had a bit of coaching, a few games of tag rugby and all that, and at the end of it, they gave us some membership forms, and I really liked it that day, really enjoyed it, and
big recruitment session. Yeah,
so I said, Mum, I fancy joining. So me and my brother, next weekend, that's it. That's where it all started. Went down to the first session at under 7 level. I was 6 at the time, and under 7s, and played there till I was 16. Under my boyhood coach, Tom Martin.
And Tom Martin was the man who made it all happen.
Yeah, he obviously I still see him today, and I thank him a lot for what he did for me as I was growing up, and he was a great coach and a great mentor to have all the way through.
You finished at Doncaster. What I'm interested in is how did that sale career start? Who was it? Did someone come over the Pennines, check you out? How did it all begin?
Well, I went to a rugby playing school in Sheffield, Mount St Mary's College. So I finished at Doncaster Rugby Club, and because obviously the games were on a Saturday at high level, and then I couldn't play on the Sunday as well. So I was playing schools rugby, and I got selected for North of England, and then England Schools at 18 group. So
that was well before Sale came even hunting for you?
Yeah, that was before Sale. Yeah. At that time, I was with the Leeds Tactics Academy.
Right.
Doing their EPDGs and the stuff that's around for people when they're at school. Mm-hmm. So Wadey came over to the trials. I think it was North of England at first to see me play there. And then obviously I got selected for England from there. And he was in contact with me from there on. And I signed with Sale. And the day I finished my last A-level, I came straight across to Manchester. So there was no intermittent time. It was just finish your A-levels, and Mum and Dad dropped me off that day.
Before you'd even made your debut, you put on an England shirt.
Yeah. Obviously, the levels get higher and higher as you work up from 19s to 21s, and you're hoping that by playing on that level that you're gonna be showcasing yourself to get a chance in the first team. So I was doing well at under 21 level, and that was the year that we were winning the Premiership. At the time we were top of the league, and we'd qualified for the semi-finals, so I was given an opportunity to play against Newcastle away, and so that was when I made my debut, and I've played the following game against Northampton as well before the semi-finals. So that was really good to get that exposure in the Premiership.
You went off for the Under-21s World Cup.
Yeah, that was. I mean, we were tipped to be. Well, we were one of the favourites to go on and win that World Cup. We had a very strong team. You only have to look at the players now playing for the senior squad. You've got James Haskell, Tom Croft, Toby Flood. All those players were in and around the 21s at that time.
Ben Foden was with you as well.
Yeah, Ben Foden, Danny Kerr, they were all there at the time. So it was a great squad, but. Unfortunately, it didn't quite gel for us over there in France, and France actually went on and won the World Cup. Credit to them. So
it's been difficult for you with this injury this season. I know you've been kind of fit to a certain degree, and obviously you're starting to come back into the team and back into people's thoughts because they're not seen you for so long. You've been in the gym. Has that been frustrating?
Yeah, obviously it is frustrating. I picked up an injury earlier in the season when just before the EDF games, where I probably have had a chance to get on and play 2 or 3 games. I picked up an MCL strain, so that set me back a bit, and obviously then you go into the gym and work hard, and then obviously people, with the depth and strength of the squad we've got, people take their opportunities. and people have played well. So I've been slightly moved down the pecking order, but you've got to get back in the gym, and you've got to play for the second team, work hard, and get your opportunities to play again for the first team.
Kingsley,
yeah.
Mad time, isn't it? It's been a crazy time the last few months. So great for him, and obviously you've known him so well. Is it going to be different with him being director of rugby now?
I think obviously it's going to be different because he's going to be the top man now, and obviously Philippe's been DOR now for 4 or 5 years, I think, is it? So Kingsley's going to take over that role now, and he's obviously earned it. He's worked at Sale now with Philippe for that time, and I think the good thing about it is that he knows the players well. There's not going to be a massive change around. He knows what people can do, and he can transfer that in straight away. And obviously, as I said, he's earned it. He's shown the results over these 5 years, and I think he'll do a good job. Now,
we've had our little spies out. We spoke to Sean Cox earlier. I took him down to the local pool hall. He's told me all about your time at uni, or lack of time at uni. Tell us about this.
I do get a lot of banter from the lads about certain courses that I have started but have yet to finish. When I was first at Sale, I started a medical degree. I managed to get like a part-time first year bit done, but obviously the rugby commitments got too much for me on that side, so I had to back down from that course, and then I started a sports science course through Sale actually at the time, and that was going well, but I think at the time it just didn't follow through enough. Some of the lads, we weren't committed quite enough to it, so again that fell through, and I don't know why I'm dropping myself in it by naming all these courses. I don't think I'll name anymore. But what
you were there with Sean, were you, at Leeds at one point?
No. Sean, me and Sean lived together for a long time, 3 or 4 years I think it was, in Timperley, and we were both doing uni courses at the time. But he managed to actually have the staying power, and he's actually got his degree now. But I'm currently, I'll talk about the current situation rather than what's gone in the past. But
You're determined to get one of them.
Yeah, I'm currently on a sports science degree, which is fully working at home on my own, so I can do that in my own time, because previously I've had to stop courses because they needed time in the university, and I couldn't give them that time when you might have to be away with the team for a bit and then miss practicals and labs and stuff. But this is fully at home on my own, so I know I can complete this course, so I'm looking forward to completing that.
It could have been Dr. Hill's.
It could have been, yeah.
It still can be, maybe one day.
Maybe. I probably wouldn't say I'm as motivated to go through that now, but you never know. I wouldn't say it's a closed book.
Gordon Ramsay, he is on your tail. Lots more to come in the second half, including a look ahead to the England Saxons here at Edgeley Park against Portugal. But before that, sink your teeth into this teaser. We'll see you on the other side.
What has been the highest position that Worcester have finished in the Premiership? Is it A, 6th, B, 7th, or C, 8th? Before the break, we asked, what has been the highest position that Worcester have finished in the Premiership? And the answer was C, 8th.
Welcome back to the show. Edgeley Park is home of the England Saxons this Friday night, with their opponents Portugal looking to fill one of the 2 automatic World Cup 2011 places. I caught up with Stuart Lancaster and his squad to see how they've been preparing.
Yeah, it's a nice mix, to be honest, and it was a difficult sort of getting them together because they'd all played in Europe or been overseas with their club sides. Came together yesterday, and I think we've got nailed down a cohesive game plan today. We'll train again tomorrow and then build for Friday.
It seems a buoyant mood down here, isn't it? I know you guys all know each other from different England age groups, but I guess it's nice to get away from club rugby for a bit and have a different experience.
Nice to have a different environment and to get to see people you maybe haven't seen for a while and meet new people, and it's good. All the guys are top lads, so everyone's getting on.
It does make you feel a bit old, actually. I mean, I'm 23, but there's boys here like 19, 20, so it just makes you feel how quickly your actual career goes. And no, but it's nice to be here. It's a nice, relaxed atmosphere, like I said, and no, we're enjoying it so far.
I think there's 15 players of the 22-man squad making their Saxons debut for the first time. 5 of last year's England under-20 squad playing. So yeah, you've got that. Someone like Ed Barnes, who's been playing well for Bristol, he gets an opportunity. And as you say, then you've got your others at the top end who've played senior international rugby, and I'm also pleased to have people like Phil Dowson in the side, who I think has been going extremely well for Newcastle.
Captain,
yeah. Jordan Crane, who obviously played, got always one cap against South Africa, and he's got a point to prove. And Kieran Mile from Leeds, who's someone I've coached for a long time, who I think's got potential to play at the highest level. And the unfortunate thing actually was that the Sale game got rearranged because there were certainly 3 or 4 players in the Sale team who I was thinking, it'd be a great opportunity to give them a run. Neil, David Doherty, I think, has obviously been playing well on the wing. Obviously, I know Chris Bell as well, and so there's lads on the fringes who were there or thereabouts as well. It just so happened that the game got rearranged and we couldn't select.
And Portugal, the surprise package at the World Cup. What do you make of them? What do we know about them? Where are their dangers, threats? Big pack, haven't they?
They've got a big lumpy pack, and they'll be keen to maybe make that show, especially playing against quite a young side. I've played sevens against them a few times as well, and they've got sort of quick and skillful guys out wide. So you put those two together, and it becomes quite a dangerous proposition.
It will be a test because Portugal, they are a very experienced side. They've got big games after us, and playing England for them is like their World Cup finals. So it doesn't matter what team we're putting out. They're going to look at it as an England team, up there in the world rankings, and they're going to see it as a massive scalp if they can beat us. But we're going to be up for it. We're going to be excited to play. We've been given the licence just to run and enjoy ourselves and get ball in hand and get the ball wide, and we're looking forward to it.
This week the Grubber Challenge takes place just a stone's throw away. Broughton Park is still top of the table with 2 successful kicks. Roll on Stockport Rugby Club.
Tom Cruise, film star.
Come on!
Steve Person, fly off. Dave Reese, fly half.
Go, Reese!
Jim Jew, the tallest fullback in the world.
It's going in!
Tim Oakes, flanker. Craig Cooper, centre. Andy Rimesh, scrum half. Nick Blackham, flanker.
Alright, Mars, second row. Ian Kennedy, utility back.
Possibly one of the greatest celebrations you are ever likely to see. It's Broughton Park still in the lead. Competition time? Take a look at this.
For your chance to win Mark Cueto's signed Sale Sharks training top, just answer this simple question. How many tries has Mark Cueto scored for England? Is it A, 13, B, 14 or C, 15? Send your answers to sharks@channelm.co.uk and don't forget to leave your name and contact number. Competition closes on Monday the 2nd of February.
Last season at Six Ways, the Sharks earned their first away victory of the campaign. It was Luke McAllister's debut that night and maximum points were brought back up the M6. This weekend's rearranged fixture down south sees the boys looking to blow their bogey team out of the water.
Well, we've had 2 shockers the last two home games against them, and probably the most disappointing performance, and especially last time, was a demoralising performance that we put in, and hopefully we can put that straight this weekend.
Briggsy, this is career defining for me to actually get you on Talking Sharks. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm not too bad. I'm nervous. My first go on Channel M.
You'll be fine. You're built for this stuff. You were made for this. Worcester, why are they your bogey team?
They're one of them teams that come and try to spoil a game in terms of what the opposition are going to do. So they'll try and spoil all our ball,
and bring it down to almost bring it to their level, if you get what I'm saying, because they want to play a slow game where it's set piece orientated, pick and goes, make us lose our discipline, and then sort of kick for goals, kick the points, keep us in the corners, and wait for us again to make mistakes. And it's they're very good at doing that.
Well, Chris Latham at fullback's world class. He's not come over for a pay packet. He's a proper rugby player, and he's definitely their most dangerous back and most consistent player. So he's one that we've got to watch. But they've got a lot of quality throughout the side. Real big set of forwards, physical, and some good runners in the back row. They've got a set of guys that are together all year round. Well, when international comes round, they're not dropping any lads. So they're going to have a team that's playing together all year, which does help. Because obviously when you have new lads coming in, you need to learn and see how they react and play, and then obviously you react and play off them. So in that sense, it's good for Worcester. The games are, thick and fast now. Every game's massive, and you say that all the time. But now it's like the league is so close. It's never really been like this, where you can 6 or 7 2 wins can get you in the top 4, top 2, and we know if we lose the next 2, then we'll be right out of it. But consequently, we want to win the next 2 and be right in the mix. If we win this game, we're second in the league, and for us that's a massive boost. And then we're looking at teams who we're going to play, and they're thinking, we've got Sale next week, second in the league, and it's a big boost for us to know that people are going to be sort of thinking about us when we come in to play and stuff. And as you say, it's a lot harder to get up into that top 4 come second half of the season when everyone's going in for it.
Well, that's it for another episode of Talking Sharks, but join me at the same time next week where we look back at Worcester and I take a bow and arrow to a Welshman. We'll leave you this week with some of the stuff you didn't see in the home of the Master Chef Michael Hills. Delia Smith, eat your heart out.
1 minute. Do it again. Doncaster.
What are you doing? I'm multitasking. I couldn't look him in the face when I was chewing.
I was going to put them into strips afterwards.
What? How are you going to put them into strips?
Stripettes, look.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, Andrew's definitely going to put that on, aren't you?
Is that part of the recipe?
You spent plastic in the kitchen. You can't put that in.